Welcome to Migraine Reviews, the show where I've got a fucking headache and don't talk to me. We're going to talk about a series of books called Robot, because they're sitting next to me. Robot. This is a series of art books that are by a bunch of different artists. The lead artist, the cover artist, Range Murata, very famous character designer who did Blue Submarine No. 6 and fucking Last Exile and some other stuff. And it's got like Yoshitoshi Abe, who did Serial Experiments Lane, Haibane Renmei, a bunch of other shit, and all these other artists who I don't know about and don't care. So what Robot is it's a series. It's sort of like an art book, but each artist does sort of their own thing. So like this guy, Range Murata, he's got some pages of just like normal art, people doing shit. Then there's also comics. Some of the artists do whole full color illustrated comics. So you go through and you've got each artist, their unique style. This is obviously Yoshitoshi Abe because it looks just like Technolize. Some of them are more cartoony and some of them are more real. They made like 20 volumes of this shit. There's also lots of tits. There's the tits. There's lots of nudity in this, which is cool. Nudity's where it's at, honestly. How could you not? How could you not nudity? I don't understand that. That's weird to me. How come there's not nudity in everywhere? It makes no fucking sense. No, seriously, help me understand this. I don't understand this. Why is there not nudity? Would you not be happy? Would you personally not be happy? If not, why? Why? Like, really think about that. Don't give me just the basic first... Oh shit, this is falling. How is that even happening? Not just the first answer that comes into your head. Think about why, and then like really consider it. What could you possibly have against nudity in things? It's like inherently good. Inherently makes everything better. How could it not? I'm so confused about this. Like, okay, sure, I guess you could be a fucking prude, I guess, and maybe you just don't like the sight of nudity for whatever reason, and that's fine, but, like, I don't understand why some people not liking the sight of nudity would make it so there's just so not nudity everywhere. It's like if I don't like the sight of candy-colored horses, that doesn't mean that there's no kids shows with candy-colored horses. But there's no kids shows with nudity, and it makes no sense to me. Because what are you trying to teach your kids? What the hell are you trying to protect them from? Themselves? Trying to instill some fucked up sense of like nudity being wrong in children? You know how wrong that is? Do you know how wrong that is? Trying to teach children that they're not supposed to see nudity? That's fucking weird. That's weird. That's gonna fuck up the children. That fucked me up. I didn't understand until I was in my late teens. It made no sense to me. I was like, what? Okay, I guess I didn't look at any nudity at all until I was in my late teens. What the fuck was that? Do you hear that? Please tell me you hear that. What the fuck was that? Okay, I need to find out what that was. Vic! Vic, where you going? Vic! Victor! Victor! Where are you going? God damn it! Never rolls down his fucking window. Ever. What were they yelling about? What were they doing? I want to go where they are. I want to go there. Take me with you! Alone. You see my alone? Do you see the alone? Where'd my drink go? Fuck happened to me? I used to be dark, depressing, strange. Now I'm a normal guy who does regular videos. I'm not even weird. Angry. I used to hate everyone with a different opinion from me. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be hateful. But where's the soul in doing what I know people will like, what I know will help my career, what I know will help me make money? Where's the weird? It's too late to ask, what do I want to be when I grow up? But I still don't really know the answer. The other day I downloaded a lot of lesbian anime pornography. A lot of it. And it was on 4chan, on the U board, the Yuri board. And you know, I was going through it as a selection process, because not all of it's good. So I was choosing which clips. It's all clips. It was all just like just the clips of lesbian sex scenes from anime, from like shitloads of different shows. And I was keeping the ones I like and throwing away the ones I dislike. So inherently, there's something to analyze or review there, right? Because for me to even be making a decision that there's some that I like and some that I don't like, there must be reasons. There can't not be reasons. Unless it was just a completely arbitrary process. So it stands to reason I could easily write Yuri reviews. But I won't. And if I try to explain why, there's no real reason. Maybe I've been in some way taught I shouldn't. Or maybe I just don't want to. Maybe that specific type of analysis doesn't work well for me. I've written porn reviews in the past, but I always kind of got the sense that I was just doing something wrong, or doing it just to be contrary to whatever. Even though realistically, there should be plenty of people who are actually interested in that, so I don't know, it's odd. But I could do it. Wouldn't even be hard. Well, the reviewing wouldn't be hard. Now it's time for me to tell you the truth about Robot, the book I was reviewing. See, I own the first 5 volumes of Robot. Now, when I was in high school, then I was a very big fan of the artist Yoshitoshi Abe, who was the designer for Serial Experiments Lane as well as Haibane Renmei Technolize Nia Under 7. And he did work in these Robot volumes. Well, I bought volume 4 when I was at a comic store in my area in about 2008. And I never read it. I'd flipped through it, but I never read it all the way through. Then, sometime later, my best friend, Donson, he helped me get the first 3 volumes. He got them on Amazon, no, not Amazon, on Yahoo Auctions for $20 a piece. And he said that I'd pay him back sometime. And I said, I'll pay you back as soon as I get a job. Because at the time, I thought I was going to get a job soon. I was 16. Didn't actually get my first job until I was 20 years old. But the first paycheck I got, I paid Donson $60 that he'd practically forgotten about for the first 3 volumes of Robot. The thing is, in all that time, I never read the first 3 volumes of Robot, nor in fact any volumes of Robot. And at first I kept using the excuse that maybe I just didn't feel right reading it before I'd paid for it. The honest to God truth, it's just that I haven't read most of the things I own, or watched most of the things I own. Because when I was a teenager, owning things was something I liked doing, but in a weird way, ownership was more important to me than actually containing or consuming the work in question. Even after paying for Robot, I still have never read it. I own 5 volumes. Now, I've been under the impression that at some point I'm probably going to read it, because as an adult, in my adulthood, I've gotten far more interested in actually consuming rather than just collecting. In fact, I stopped collecting anime and manga years ago, but now I consume it at a much faster rate than I ever did as a teenager. Nonetheless, I still haven't gotten around to reading Robot. I feel like I probably won't unless I find an excuse to do an analysis video of it. But this is not an analysis video. This is a Migraine review. So I'm still not gonna read Robot for at least a little while longer. Buried in cancer, I am your cancer. You were so perfect, I'm not as perfect. I am not worth it. I cannot do this. I can't do anything. I'm so sorry. around the same period of time when I bought all those robot volumes would have been also when I was really into Gunslinger Girl. It was, like, really important to me for some reason. Like, I really thought it had the best story and characters, like, I'd ever seen. It's, like, the first time that character development ever, like, really struck me in a series. Like, the first time that a plot and characters really mattered to me. It seemed to fit my tastes really perfectly, because at the time, I was just, like, really fascinated with the idea of, like, little girls who are in a really bad situation, you know, like, who have, like, fucked up psychology and stuff. That shit was super interesting to me. I also thought the manga had really good action scenes at the time, but looking back at it now, a lot of it's just not really good at all. It's weird, because I read Gunslinger Girl now, and it's you know, it's good, but I wouldn't say it's anything standout or special the way I thought it was when I read it when I was like 18 or 16, maybe, somewhere around there. 2008 would have been when I got really into it, so 16, I guess. But I still liked it for a while after that. Boogie Pop is the same way. I thought the Boogie Pop novel was like the greatest thing ever conceived, and now looking back on it, it's like really juvenile. But I guess that's what happens when you grow up and you're just not a kid anymore. Ever again. I don't know about you, but I spent my weekend doing something magical and fantastic. I was with some of my best friends in the world at a place full of people who knew me. Fans of mine. People who think I'm cool. We were all at BrainyCon, and it was fantastic. I wanted to share that fun with the world, so I took a lot of footage while I was there. And I was compiling all that footage into a 2-hour-long vlog, only to realize that I hated it. Because none of the good stuff's on film. The good stuff was lived. The stuff that's on film, most of it is, you know, somewhat staged, or we would turn on the cameras while I was drunk, and then it's just obnoxious because it's not nearly as funny if you're not there at the time. So, I hate all of it. I'm gonna upload some highlight reels, I guess, but editing it gave me a headache. It made me realize just BronyCon wasn't fun because of, like, it wasn't fun because it was like a show. It wasn't like a thing that you would watch unfold. It was fun because we lived it. It was fun as an experience to have. It was fun because we were hanging out with our friends. You know, you can't just show someone a video of you and your friends like joking for 5 minutes and expect them to understand what it meant to us at the time. You know, sometimes you watch the video and it's just stupid jokes. It's not even really funny. It's just me being obnoxious. Us all standing around doing nothing. But to us it was awesome because we're all friends and we don't get to see each other ever. So it was a legitimately fun, exciting experience that we all loved. And the video doesn't capture any of that feeling at all. You cannot put that to video that easily. So it doesn't work. It's stupid. Why do we go to these conventions? If it just leaves us feeling horrible when they're over. Is this like the movie Her? Or those movies where you have to have this beautiful experience only for it to end and you go, oh. We are weird-ass 20-somethings, don't know how to live right, no real goals in life. Making weird internet videos, no idea what doing, not sure the real thing. Oh hey, the screen. I forgot about this. I haven't used it yet. My mom got me a green screen. Barry, put it on the green screen. Is it on there? Is it boobies? I hope so. Oh shit, I think it already. Wait, no. Oh. It's good. It's fine. It's good. It's okay. It's fine. It's good. It's okay. It's fine. We are extraordinary assholes. When I was a teenager, or even in my early 20s. No, I guess it was mostly when I was a teenager. I feel like my creative side completely died in my 20s. But when I was a teenager, I came up with a lot of stories that I really like, that I still would like to continue and make. But I just, in my attempt to become nothing but an analyst, I've kind of let a lot of that fall by the wayside. So many things. So many things in life. And it never stops. Oh. I mean, I love the excuse I'm only 23, which I'll be in, what is it today? The 4th? 5th? I think it's the 5th. I'll be 23 in like 3 days. Who doesn't love the excuse I'm only 23, right? But 23 out of what? 23 out of what? That's the question that matters. There's a moral to this story. Time is ceaseless. And there's not enough of it. But the only way to make it through is to convince yourself that there's plenty. You have to go on believing that there's plenty of time. You'll never be able to prove yourself wrong. Because even if you're on your deathbed, you'll still be thinking, I've got a little bit of time left. There's still some time. I'm sure it's all going to work out. I'm sure it's all going to be okay. That'll probably be my last thought. My very last thought in my life will probably be, I'm going to get out of this somehow. It's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. And I'll really die believing that. Knowing me. And then I'll be dead. There won't be any time left. But right to the last second, I'll believe it. And that's how I'll make it. All the way to the end. Believing.